Senior colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving to the important module, module 9 on how to do a polypectomy when you see a polyp either in the stomach or in the colon. The principle is same. When you tackle the polyps, you should know there are different types of polyps, and there is definitely an advantage of having an image enhancement technology in your scope. So go for the high definition scope with either MBI, iScan or Fujinon scope like a 5 scan. And you should know whenever you have a sessile lesion, there is a technique of removing by using a technique called submucosal cushioning. And you should know all electrophysiology behind the snare polypectomy. One ought to have in their endoscopy suit. One, of course, is a irrigation pump, very, very important. Wherever there is a bleeding, wherever there is a collection, in order to suck and then irrigate that area effectively, you need a good irrigation device. Second is, whenever you use a diathermy, you have to be careful that there is no hazard of explosion. So a carbon dioxide insufflator, if it is available, you ought to use, especially for colonoscopy. The third important thing is the tissue responsive, the diathermy machine like RB, where there are settings available like a polypectomy setting, endocut Q, that is what you have to achieve, and we have a similar kind of diathermy machine here. We can use that also, because what tissue responsive generator here, all gadgets, I mean the things you can adjust, like how long the cutting is happened, the cut duration, cut interval, the effect. There are three things you can control. It is not just putting it, pressing the blue pedal or a yellow pedal. It is much more complicated, much more scientific. That way you can just decide the length of cut, the speed of cut, the hemostasis level. Everything can be done according the fine adjustment. So you can have a precise effect on the tissue by intelligently managing this. But the machine with a brain acts for you. That's why we say tissue responsive. It is nothing here. Brain inbuilt, artificial intelligence is there. So here in essence what we are trying to do when you see a small sessile polyp, in order to avoid any transmural conduction of the current and causing a transmural damage and perforation, submucosally all around the polyp, you have to inject with a saline, preferably with some contrast like methylene blue, so that it looks like a small mountain now. What was a small flat lesion, now it is artificially elevated thanks to the liberal infiltration of saline with a methylene blue and a dilute adrenaline 1 in 10,000. Then you take a snare with it, nothing like a garland, wire garland. You just garland like this. It is like a principle is essentially same like what you do with a rotor knot. You go around that area and kiss that area with the junction of the wire and the sheath. Closely close it, but don't close it completely, otherwise you will cut it through. Then once you are tight just enough, then you can just lift it, apply the current, and you start slowly seeing the effect, and the lesion can be easily removed without much damage to the muscles underneath. The underlying submucosa can be easily seen if you already infiltrated the area with the methylene blue. So that methylene blue gives you an idea how far the thing. See, you can see the defect here without methylene blue. We will see with the methylene blue today. Sometimes if the lesion is too big, you may not be able to remove like a one like this. This is one simple technique of pedungulated polyp. Submucosal cushion and then removal of a sessile polyp, which is what we are expecting in this case. Third, a large polyp sometimes cannot be removed with a single throw of the garland of the wire. Then other thing, even if you are not able to remove a lesion, endoscopy or colonoscopy helps if you can inject all around the lesion, which is big enough, needs a laparoscopic removal. You can tattoo that area by injecting all India ink, so that you can see that injection on the serosal side when you are going for a lap assisted colectomy. So there are several advantages of doing endoscopy. And if there are large sessile lesion like here, instead of a polypectomy, we do a endoscopic submucosal dissection. It is like surgical dissection, removing a cyst, like a sebaceous cyst, something like that. You have to go layer by layer like this. You can completely remove thanks to the magnification and we are using a cap and special gadgets like all these IT knives and things like that. See, you can see the panoramic view. There are plenty of polyps. Okay, let me just see. And if you see the color, it takes more or less same color of the surrounding mucosa. There is very typical of the hyperplastic polyp. Okay, there is not much difference between the what is lining the mucosa, but for it looks as if they are like a stuck on the wall. They are like a small mushrooms, isn't it? Mushrooms with a short pedicle. I can remove this under the J maneuver like this, much easier, or we can go the conventional way, whichever way possible. Let me just see, the easiest is to go this way, keep its scope straight. I just demonstrate here and come out. So there is one polyp. For a demonstration principle, we demonstrate and go inside the submucosally, inject, 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 needle back, needle back, wait, needle out, complete right, inject, 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 inject. Okay. Okay. Snare. So what we have done is we have created something like a mountain submucosal cushion. Ideal situation is to inject contrast beyond, so the polyp comes towards you. Otherwise, if you inject in front of the polyp, polyp goes away from you. Sometime maybe technically make it difficult. Now it is open. Now I am just going to close, 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 close. When it stopped going, see, completely it is gone in. That time I have to put a little mark here in the handle, because if I go a little further, see, another 1 centimeter I go. Can you watch? Because the thing is gone up to here. So the place where it is exiting, the place where it is settling, there is a difference of a centimeter. That excursion is very, very important. Why? Because what she did, when I garland it, if she goes like that completely, it will cut through the polyp. That is called a cheese wiring. So she should know when not to go. So when she see the point, where you have a marking pen, see, can you see the point now? Then I can go further. So I have to stop, ask her to stop somewhere beyond, before this coming. Actually, somewhere here itself. Another point. See, that's the point. See, this is the point. As you can see, the wire is hiding inside. I can go further, and this is very tight. This is completely closed. So this is very, very important thing for a beginner. And also people may not know what is called a cheese wiring effect. Without diathermy, they can cut through. These types of things are very easily damaged. So that is what I wanted to demonstrate. As I said, the trajectory is very, very important. I told you we are using an Olymposcope. I know where the access channel, it is coming around 7 o'clock position. If I continue same way, for example, it will go exactly. See, targeting. See, I can have a polyp here. I can have a polyp there. But what is ideal is this trajectory. You have to keep any lesion in the lower half of the screen easy to do. And also, you watch me. If I'll show you when show that particular technique when I'm actually, you open enough to open, full open, pause open. So she is opening a little bit more. Yeah, little bit more. Yes. She opened like little bit more. Yeah. I am just, see how I engaged it. See, you watch me, this hand. I am actually keeping it, my big wheel away from me. See, when I put, this is normal wheel, I bring the big wheel away from me, it settles down on the floor. Then she closes. As she closes, close pannu. And mark varaikkum close pannu. Nee unnodi vela mark varaikkum close pannu. Adukku mela nirthirano. First mark. So she is closing it, and she is telling me, I can't see, you have to tell me. Close pannittiya. Then she is closed up to the mark. Now if she closes any further, it is going to cut through. Now I am going to use a endo cut which, yeah. The two things you have to do. Now I have to lift it away from the surface. So what I am doing is, big wheel again towards me. So when I take towards me, you can see the whole thing is lifted. You can see the small mountain is appearing. That is, in other words, you created what is called a pseudo pedicle by injecting, by lifting. Now you are cutting it, and this is not chopped like that. Tuck, tuck, that is cut interval, and she is slowly squeezing, konjam konjama squeeze. Now you can see it is now come completely, and you see the base, and bring the equipment back inside the sheath, do a J maneuver, okay. Then ask your staff to control, exit, you know the trajectory, open, open, come, அந்த சைஸ்க்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி ஓப்பன் பண்ணிக்கணும், சொல்ல வேண்டியதில்லை. And as you open, you see what's happening, see engaged. So what I'm doing is, see, look at my hand, this hand, my other hand, I'm actually go hug, close it now. Now see mark, see has seen up to that, then again I lift it. So we have removed that also, okay. So like that you can keep removing one by one and try to remove all, take them all by either using a Roth net or a biopsy forceps, okay. It will go and open like this, and it can engage a coin or a diamond, whatever is in the stomach. Removal of any foreign body or a polyp. Close. Slowly close, 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 close. Close, close, close. So it goes usually through the access channel. Keep the lesion under vision. Open completely. Close, right. Yeah, close. Yeah, close, close. See, this is easy, like a fish net. You had a good day, because this is the definite surest way. You will not miss the lesion in the esophagus. Sometimes what will happen, you come to this side, and if you have it in the biopsy forceps, sometimes it gets dislodged. So surest way of taking any lesion either is a Roth net, preferably any coin or round objects. There is a specimen for histology. We can always study it one more time, whether it is hyperplastic or adenomatous polyp, okay. And the same way you can repeat several times, and being a teaching module, we are going to demonstrate only one such index lesion. Thank you.